Hi, welcome to ProLifeForMankind.com. Today we're talking about who is the Antichrist and about what must happen, the final things to happen before Jesus returns. And when we talk about the final things that must happen before Jesus returns, one of them is, actually St. Paul gives us a very direct warning about what must happen before Jesus returns. He actually gives us an answer to that question. And you can find that in 2 Thessalonians 2:3. It says, "Don't be deceived. Two things must happen. One, the rebellion or the apostasy must happen. And then two, the coming of Antichrist. These two things must happen before Jesus returns." So I'm going to show you in more detail my findings in regards to who the Antichrist will be. Now, they're not going to call him Antichrist when he arises on the earth. They're going to call him Isa. You might wonder, who is Isa? Isa is Islam's false Jesus. It's their Jesus, but it'll be our Antichrist. And Isa will come. But who will come before Isa? And the person that's going to come before Isa is the 12th Imam. Now, according to Islam eschatology, the 12th Imam and Isa and Antipope will rise when these things happen. It says Hazrat Mahdi is the 12th Imam. And it says, according to Islam eschatology, one of the signs make clear that Imam Mahdi, the Muslim Messiah, will come when there are violent deaths, great disputes, and major calamities. Interesting also, Islam says the Imam Mahdi will come when people will be longing for death, but will not find it. It sounds just like in the book of Revelation. It says, according to Islam, the face of the Mahdi shall shine upon the surface of the moon. His forehead will be broad, his nose will be high, his face will shine like a star, and he'll have a black spot on his left cheek. It says that the Hazrat Mahdi, who they will call Ahmad, will emerge from Turkey. They call it the region of Rum. And it says Hazrat Mahdi, the 12th Imam, will be directly called Ahmad or Muhammad. Interesting also, 12th Imam is a descendant of the Prophet Muhammad, and through his cousin Ali and his daughter Fatima. Interesting with Our Lady of Fatima. And according to Our Lady of Salat, the forerunner of the Antichrist, who I believe in my book I reveal as the 12th Imam, will shed much blood and be looked upon as the Messiah of Muslims. Our Lady of La Salat prophesied about the forerunner who will attack Europe. And if you're to look back in the book of Acts, the forerunner of Antichrist, the 12th Imam, could be compared to Herod, who killed St. James in the book of Acts. So if you want to look back in the book of Acts, you can learn about how how there was a Pentecost, and then immediately after Pentecost, the coming of the Holy Spirit, Herod arises and kills St. James. So you can compare the 12th Imam to Herod. Now, in regards to, I found again, on the findings of the Tomb of Guadalupe, I found this name, Famat. And if you look at the name I found on the Tomb of Guadalupe, Famat, which I can show you here, this is my book right here, these letters, F6, A-H, this is my newest book, The Warning Miracle and Name of Antichrist and Tilma. The first letter is F, then the number 6 follows, because Antichrist is the number of imperfection, and then A-H-M-A-T. Now I also have a different two possibilities of what this name will be in the future. But getting back to what I was saying, let's see here. As you see here, Isa, Famat, and the 12th Imam Ahmad have something similar, is Amma. And Amma means your mother, which is interesting because in the book of Revelation, It talks about a woman on a scarlet beast, and then the woman that runs into the desert, who represents the remnant, the Blessed Virgin Mary. But the ones who take the mark of Antichrist follow the woman on the scarlet beast. Amma means mother. So it's kind of interesting because Revelation reveals a woman on a scarlet beast, which is indicates those who follow the Antichrist. He literally, with the 12th Imam, becomes their mother. And the one that follows Jesus, the ones that follow Jesus, the remnant, follow Mary, the Mother of God. That's interesting. But let's talk about the Antichrist. And here's my findings on the Tilma with the two different types of names, Famat, and I found another possibility. The two letters F, 6A and H. F6 and A actually happen to be the most are in both possibilities of the names I found, but the other letters I wasn't sure of. I found Famat, but I also found Famamat, so that's two possibilities of what his name will be. But for certain, his first letter of his name will start with the letter F, the sixth letter of the alphabet. Now, as far as Antichrist, who will he be? On the Tilma of Guadalupe, I saw the Antichrist. I found the name Famat, which means darkness, and he's symbolized on the Tilma as Hydra, the sea beast. What Antichrist, or I call Famat, from my findings on the Tilma of Guadalupe, he will, 1, break the crosses. When he goes on the earth, he'll abolish Christianity. 2, according to Islam, he'll kill all the swine. Swine, apparently in Islam, is associated with Christians. 3, he'll abolish the Jizra tax. It's a Muslim tax on non-Muslims in order to begin the persecution of Christians. 4, he'll kill the Muslim Antichrist and his followers, all Christians and non-Muslims. 5, he will, beholding the book, I included this, beholding the book Injil, which is the New Testament, and one of the 5 Islamic books. He will be Syrian, Jewish, and his throne will be in Turkey, where the 12th Imam arises. Recall that the 12th Imam will arise according to Islam in Turkey. 6, he will tell the partisans, according to St. Hildegard, to strike him with a sword. He will fake his death and resurrection, and the whole world will follow him, including more than half of all Catholics and Christians. So there's your apostasy right there. I mean, more than half of the whole church is going to follow him. They're going to be deceived. Look at how deceived our church is now with extolling Biden as president. And that 20 million Catholics voted for Biden, Joe Biden. It's terrible. 7, he will draw his own cipher. The Antichrist will draw his own cipher or mark, which I, Ellie, that's me of course, have discovered will be the letter F, or 6th letter of the alphabet. 8, he will arise with the cardinal who will self-elect himself, the antipope, and will have a similar name to the 12th Imam of Shia eschatology of Iran, who is Hazrat Muhammad, and he will be called Ahmad. The Antichrist name will be similar to his name, and I found Famat. He will sit on the seat in Rome, this is according to Our Lady of Osceola, and be similar to Nero. If you look in the book of Acts, Nero, back in the book of Acts with Peter and Paul, he killed them all in one day. Nero did. And if you want to look in the book of Acts as someone who's like the Antichrist, that would be Nero. Remember, the 12th Imam is similar to Herod, and the Antichrist is like Nero. And Nero's name actually means, when they try to devise what it in Greek, it actually equals 666. But Antichrist, his name, will be 6 characters long, and his first letter will be the 6th letter of the alphabet, F. So Remember in Revelation 13, it is the character or the letter of his name. So we're not looking for a man who necessarily means 666, but looking for the character or the letter of his name. So look back on chapter 13 and reread all of that to better understand. And Famat, interestingly, means darkness. So that's who the Antichrist will be in the future. And Antichrist will fake his death, who I believe his name will be Famat. There'll be some similar name starting with the letter F, and he will be holding the book Injil, the fifth, one of the 5 books of Islam. They will call him Isa in Islam, and more than half of all Christians and Catholics will follow him, and that will be the apostasy. After this short time, then it will be that Jesus will return to judge the nations. Thank you for watching this video. Here's my latest discovery on the Tomb of Guadalupe, 1903 to 2020, the last 117 years on the Tomb of Guadalupe. And my latest book now available at Amazon, The Warning, Miracle, and Name of Antichrist on Tilma. My 2 other books are also available at Amazon, Timeline on the Tilma and 3 Antichrists of Revelation, and also available The Last 117 Years on the Tomb of Guadalupe towards year 2038. Well, God bless. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, we're living in the last days. Pray fast and live a pure life. Give your heart to Jesus. Pray for an end to abortion. And please, please pray that Donald J. Trump gets in as our president.